My name is Brandy Abner. My son is Isaiah Trammell. I'm standing here today before you to speak about the atrocities happening inside the concrete walls of the Montgomery County Jail. My special needs son was mocked, laughed at, provoked, called names, taunted, all while having a meltdown that required emergency medical treatment. He begged for mercy. He begged for someone to listen. He begged for a phone call. He begged for medicine. He begged for a simple drink of water. The nurse contracted through. Now, Karen told him he was being a baby and throwing a temper tantrum, and that she wasn't going to deal with him. She was his only line of defense for medical treatment. His cleanse and clear signs and symptoms were ignored. My son was tortured in that jail, the jail that you provide our money for. At what point do you, the elected officials, stop turning your blind eye? How much longer will these tragic events be swept under the rug from one parent to another? I beg you to wake up and do the job you elected to do. I'm here this week with the support of the Montgomery County Jail Coalition. Last week when they were here, my son's friends, Caitlin and Emma, they told that you bear no responsibility for the operations inside the jail, that you cannot sidestep your roles as leaders of the community. You said you didn't know about what happened to my son until the footage was made public by the reporters. But that can't be factual, because immediately after his death, there were numerous news reports after each death. You could have done your own investigation. You could have obtained the video and taken action. If I were in your position, and a 19-year-old disabled person died that I paid for, I would have wanted to know everything about the case. But you have yet to take action. Since the news about my son has come out, you've kept your heads in the sand. If you had taken this seriously, more people would be alive today. That's what a leader would do. Not just hide behind minimal obligations, but to actually act. To say I'm sorry. Do you see I'm sorry? There are the collisions call, which the governor also shares that these debts, including my son, needs thorough investigation by an outside agency, not one done by the jail itself.
Don't cry, Isaiah, the night's almost gone. The sirens are screaming, there'll be pain at dawn. Pain, what pain? What's this blood all about? What do I pray for now? two portraits of each one, but I tell them, keep coming, we're drowning in mud. A corner where his body touched down, but it never did rise back up from the ground. What do I pray for now? Silence, not a sound. They buried him under the echo of the crowd. Play strange fruit and play God bless the child. Play nobody knows and motherless child. Play trouble so hard, and hard times come again. Play it for Isaiah, spinning in the wind. Play Deep River, play Wade in the water. Play sometimes I feel like a motherless daughter. Play a change is gonna come, Mississippi, goddamn. Play what do I pray for now, again and again. Play shall I be released and none of us free. The grief I can carry here in my heart is nowhere to find now. The grief I can always hear is in my life somewhere else.
My name is Alexia Trammell, Isaiah Trammell's younger sister. I'm standing here for you today to speak on the tragedies that happened in the Montgomery County Jail. So Isaiah was one of the 7 that died in the jail last year, and Isaiah had special needs and was taken into custody while in the middle of an autistic meltdown. The protocol of wellness checks is that if a person is in enough distress, then they need to be taken to a mental health facility. But instead, Isaiah was taken into custody on a word he had no idea about. In Isaiah's distress state, not only did they taunt and mock him, they also denied him of water, a meal, medicine, and he had no blanket and no mattress. He was also stripped of any actual clothes. Well, it's for his mental health. That's so triggering for someone like him. And he was tied into a straight chair, nearly naked, multiple times as a punishment. When Isaiah was given the chance to see him there, she called him a crybaby and told him he needed to stop throwing a temper tantrum. Isaiah wasn't throwing a temper tantrum. He was dying. For 10 hours, Isaiah suffered immensely. He was terrified for a full 10 hours. Isaiah wasn't brought into an ambulance until he was unconscious. I beg you to lend us the compassion Isaiah was so clearly not given, and to not turn a blind eye on events like this. The County Commission's office works with the Montgomery County Police Department, so naturally one would assume that they are aware of what's going on in the jail. You are leaders in our community, and it is your job to protect us and make sure everything is just and safe. It is incredibly unfair to not only Isaiah, but the entire community, if a completely transparent, preferably outside investigation is had, and also if no one is held accountable for what they've done. It's immoral and unjust, not only to Isaiah, but for many others who face the same things as he did. I urge responsibility to be taken for what was done to Isaiah and to investigate this case further in a fairly and just manner. And nothing is going about this soon. I promise you will hear from me again.